61 kilos. He is 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 188. And facing him, Sugar. And here he is. Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up. This bout is not too many seasons. We are expecting an all-action slugfest. A perfect counter shot. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well done with that counter shot. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena, be the hero, the pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it.
Oh my God, Johnny! Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. How are they still standing?
Ring Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
Beautiful counter punch. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt.
And there's the bell to start round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching every move, that every twitch.
How about that time counter shot? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That crook just can't find the target. And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this? There's the bell to start round three. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Who thought we'd be fighting at a Gothic cathedral? And yet here we are at Cambrian Hall. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way.
It's the pack. El Nino de...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red...
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
What if it...
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. That hook scores. That jab doesn't score. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Fantastic punch. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Missing with that right hook. And he blocks the left uppercut. They miss with the jab. And he scores with the counter. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
I need to see that again.
Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
These two fighters are made for one another. Pacquiao is rocked. And Manny goes down. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Those counter punches have to hurt. It's been all one-way traffic. Did you see that? Jorge Linares is in some serious, serious trouble. talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be. We just saw. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Good counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Does well to block that left jab. The jab slightly off target. Counter shot lands. Nice exchange here from both men. Perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter. Big shot, and down goes El Nino de Oro. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Linares in that. Here we go to the 4th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Swing and a miss for that jab. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Throwing a hook, but hold it right there. The Venezuelan is rocked. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there. Hold that thought! Jorge Linares seeing cobwebs now. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
Let's talk about Linares in that. Back into the fray here in round 5. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Hook misses. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter punch. He misses with that straight left. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something. On to the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They exchange punches. Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. Looks like trouble was averted.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Well done with that counter shot. That hook won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you.
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. The Venezuelan is rocked. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Tom. What a shot.
You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.